For those of you who don't know me, my name is Danielle Grant, and I am the president and CEO of Achieve Twin Cities. Very exciting. We are so delighted to have you here with us at our official public launch of our career and college readiness work in St. Paul Public Schools. It's so great to see so many of our old partners and new friends here with us today. It's a very exciting day for Achieve, and also a very exciting year as we celebrate our 20th anniversary as an organization and our recent rebrand from Achieve Minneapolis to Achieve Twin Cities. Achieve Twin Cities recognizes the expansion of our career and college readiness work from Minneapolis Public Schools into St. Paul Public Schools. It also signals our strong commitment to young people in both Minneapolis and St. Paul, and it acknowledges our partnerships with a growing number of Twin Cities metro employers, funders, and other organizations who are absolutely vital to our success and the success of our young people. Our collaboration with St. Paul Public Schools began 3 years ago when district leadership invited Achieve to partner on a pilot program to build up career and college readiness programming in 4 high schools. We were so honored by this invitation, which was extended because of our 15 years of experience directing career and college centers in Minneapolis Public Schools, and our alignment with the district's strategic plan, conveniently called SPPS Achieves, which has a strong focus on career and college pathways for all students. In the first 2 years, this career and college readiness pilot program focused on establishing and growing services at Central, Como Park, Humboldt, and Creative Arts high schools. Our first 3 staff members in St. Paul, including 2 you'll be hearing from today, worked hard to build on the work already happening in their schools and establish relationships with their staff colleagues, students, and community members. After 2 years, the pilot was deemed to be a success. So earlier this year, we hired additional staff and expanded into 2 more St. Paul schools, Harding High School and Washington Technology Magnet School. Next year, we plan to take the next step, hopefully expanding from 6 to 8 schools with new staff at Johnson and Highland Park High Schools and a full team of St. Paul coordinators. We are so excited to build on the foundation already laid by the St. Paul Public School District and school leaders. In this collaboration with the district, counseling teams, and other staff, we are working hard to create a vibrant and integrated system of career and college readiness support to ensure that all students in the city have full and equitable access to a full range of career and post-secondary opportunities. We're committed to this work and this partnership for many reasons. But at the heart of it all, we believe that this expansion is especially critical right now in response to our region's tremendous disparities in career and college access, with impact for our students of color and low-income students most of all, and has lifelong impacts on our young people and their families. The Twin Cities continues to have some of the highest equity gaps in education, employment, and wages in the whole country. We must make a strong commitment as a community to address these disparities and ensure that all of our young people have the support, resources, and opportunities they need to thrive. We believe that career and college readiness is a powerful tool to enable young people to imagine and live rewarding lives and expand their opportunities. And Achieve knows what works. BIPOC students who use our services enroll in post-secondary programs at a 74% higher rate than those that do not. And lower income students enroll in post-secondary programs at 67% higher rates. Today, you'll hear about the power of your investment in this work and its impact on the lives and futures of our young people and families. While I could not be more delighted with our new relationships in St. Paul, I want to make clear that our 20-year partnership with Minneapolis Public Schools remains as strong as ever. This year, we added several new staff to our Minneapolis Career and College Centers and are now serving more students through the new MPS online school, as well as smaller high schools under the MPS Contract Alternatives umbrella. We also serve as the MPS nonprofit foundation, managing and administering MPS funds and partnering with the district's fundraising team to secure major grants for key priorities. There are so many people who have made our expansion in St. Paul possible. Right now, I want to offer a special shout out to Achieve St. Paul team, which is doing incredible on-the-ground work to support students and grow this career and college readiness work in partnership with their school teams. Joining us today, and just raise your hands, that I want to recognize. So Zoey Haines with Central High School. Bridget Kelly, Como Park. Doyen Kulee from Creative Arts Secondary School. Katie Kovakovich from Harding High School. Rose Yackley from Humboldt High School. I think I saw her. And Colin Peters from Washington Tech. You'll see that many of these staff are accompanied by students from their schools who you'll hear from later in our program. So thank you so much for our St. Paul coordinators and for the students to be here this morning. We are also grateful for all of the dedicated St. Paul district and school leaders who have welcomed us and our new partners in our important work. So thank you to all of you. Now it's my honor to introduce St. Paul Superintendent Joe Gothard, who will talk about the district's strong commitment to career and college readiness and this new partnership. Dr. Gothard has served as superintendent since 2017 and launched the SPPS Achieve strategic plan in 2018 to guide decision-making and focus the district's effort on long-term student outcomes, including career and college success. I've known Dr. Gothard for several years in Twin Cities education circles, and I greatly welcome the opportunity to work with him on this exciting new project. So welcome, Dr. Gothard.
Well, thank you, Danielle, and great to be with all of you this morning. I'd like to first start out by saying that my heart continues to be heavy this morning for the community of Buffalo Public Schools in New York, the community of Laguna Hills, California, who both experienced opposite sides of the coast, tremendous loss, hate, racism, the Taiwanese and AAPI communities in California, certainly the Black community in Buffalo, and in between there, the violence that we're seeing amongst youth in cities all over the country. In fact, more than 200 mass shootings since January 1st in the United States of America. If we don't think that there's a connection to what we're doing here this morning, we're missing perhaps the greatest opportunity we will have to change some of the outcomes and some of the violence that we're seeing in our communities. What you're doing today by being here matters. The children, the young people who we're impacting, some of them are here, but not all of them. But these efforts are making a difference, and I wanted to acknowledge that today, and thank you so much for being here. On a more lighthearted note, I have to also share with you that being here this morning is not so different from visiting an elementary school, because in both, I had no idea you were that tall. One of the lighthearted moments from the pandemic, from being on a screen, people are like, oh, and it never amazes me that kindergartners want to know my shoe size and how tall I am, and it's a lot of fun. But it is a great honor to be here today. We believe that every single student in St. Paul Public Schools deserves an excellent education, pre-kindergarten through 12, and I like to say birth to 12th grade plus, because of the rich community that we are part of with our school district. Every one of our students builds a personal learning plan. Now, this was a goal of mine for this reason, and our team has delivered in great ways. I believe that the mold of school forces students in and many times trims off the parts that we don't see. Many times those parts are the reason that they want to come to school. They want to explore their dreams, their passions. They want to make sure that their identities are served. But the mold of school doesn't do that. So it's important for me that we begin to acknowledge this as children are young. And not only the students, their parents, their community, their teachers, because every one of our kids deserves us to change the mold to serve them. And we haven't done that well. And while we're focusing on the end product or the beginning, the new start, as Mr. Ginther likes to say, we've got a lot of work to do from that birth to 16 or 17 as students are in a lot of our programs here. We also want our students to explore real-world opportunities, and that's really hard to do. You know, I'm a former science teacher, and my science classroom was great. It was awesome, right? Who's going to say their classroom wasn't great? But was it connected to the real world? Did I connect? Did I meet the individual relevancy of every young person and say, hey, here's a connection to not only how you're going to use this, but how you're going to thrive with this information. Now, somewhere down the line, yes, of course, I've got students who are doctors and in the medical field who have gone on to be teachers themselves. But what about all the other students who I didn't see through my curriculum? So it's an opportunity for us to partner with our community to bring that real world relevancy into our classrooms. You know, as our team likes to say, graduating from St. Paul Public Schools isn't the end. It really isn't. It is truly the beginning. And we have so many excellent opportunities. And we know, based on our post-secondary student data, that 50% of students go on, or fewer than 50% of our graduates earn a professional degree or certificate. And that has to change. Now, that doesn't mean that it might not, it might not happen in that perfect sequence. Some of us in here, if I were to ask you, what year plan were you on, we could have a great conversation, me included. But we do know that our students have to have these connections so that they can't lose that sense of hope, and they can't lose that sense of there is a way for me to move forward. That could mean I have to work a couple of years in order to save up. That could mean that I'm going to go to the military and be part of the armed forces and have that be a pathway for me. Or it could be, I'm going to get some great work experience and work with some excellent members of our community. I'll figure college out, or I'll figure advanced training out. But there has to be that connection to community, and our schools and our community can certainly do that. Partnering with Achieve Twin Cities is a way for our schools to increase additional support, as you've heard today. And as hands are being raised in this room, I've seen some of the benefit of this work in our schools. I've heard from our students in terms of how important it is that somebody knows me, knows my goals, and is helping me along the way. The FAFSA form, if I was to say that at a parent meeting in St. Paul Public Schools, there would be many people, because we don't use acronyms in schools, right? There would be plenty of people who have no idea what that means, and they would have no idea how important it is that one simple deadline could be the difference in either getting aid or saying that this is an opportunity for me. Think about that. A piece of paper being filed is an opportunity gap in our communities and in our district. So having these connections is really important in that way. That's just one example. We also have the ability to align supports for our school counselors. Again, they take on, if I was to give you the school counselor job description, it's ... Anything that happens, if it rolls downhill in a school, it ends up on our school counselors in so many ways. And they deliver. But think about the help that they can have and the technical expertise of being connected to our business community to really make that a meaningful place, partnership, and opportunity for each and every one of our students. So this partnership expansion is just incredible. The internships, some of the financial literacy, the investigative post-secondary options and opportunities that through the pandemic have only increased, I think are great. So again, having that collaboration is really important. And as a superintendent, I can't do it alone. You can't do it alone. Together, we can really form new opportunities and outcomes for our students. We know that we're developing the future workforce. I like to say that I get to spend a lot of time in spaces in St. Paul, in the greater Twin Cities. But what I will tell you, okay, just the harsh truth, right? This room does not look like our classrooms in St. Paul Public Schools. There's elements, but when you think about our classrooms in the future of workforce, there is a wide gap. And it would be my goal and it would be my honor to partner with you to see our classrooms be vitalized in our community, to have our students be the future superintendent, the business leaders, working at foundations who are making decisions for the community in terms of what's going to get funded and what isn't and why. Those perspectives are so important, and we're well on our way to making it a reality in St. Paul and through the Achieve Twin Cities partnership. So on behalf of our Board of Education, the entire St. Paul community, President Grant, thank you so much. To the Achieve Twin Cities Board, I can't thank you enough. We've been talking about this for, we've lost track of time, right, everyone? Kind of, but we've been talking about it pre-pandemic, during the pandemic, and now at this most important time in our community, our school community, our business community, our workforce, this is our time to thrive together. And I couldn't be more pleased to be here with you all this morning. And again, thank you for your wonderful support and partnership. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Dr. Gothard. I couldn't agree more about what you were saying about helping young people kind of navigate those paths and think about who they are as individuals, because that is what our centers are all about. It's working one-on-one with each student for them to figure out what they want to do. It's not us telling them what we think they should do. It's about just unleashing that power within every student. So thank you so much for your remarks. As we expand our career and college readiness program into St. Paul Public Schools, we're so thankful for the many new partners who are supporting this work for the city's young people. One of these partners is the St. Paul and Minnesota Foundation, which has a strong commitment to equity and supporting a just and vibrant Minnesota where all people and communities thrive. Today, I'm delighted to welcome Foundation President and CEO Dr. Eric Jolly, a strong education advocate in the Twin Cities, to talk about the importance of career and college readiness work for our students and its role in building vital communities. Welcome, Dr. Jolly.
Osio dochitsu zakatsilati. In my first language, Alagi, the Cherokee language, that's how we give greeting. Now, in English, when you pass someone, you very often say, "Hi, how are ya?" And if they don't say fine, we don't really know what to do. But in Cherokee, the rough translation of Osio dochitsu is a question. Are you full of joy? And when we meet a young child especially, we ask that question, and if they say no, we pause for a moment and help them find their joy. Now, we know that joy does not replace sorrow or fear or hunger. It doesn't replace sadness, but when you can find that thing which you hold in your heart as a place of joy, you have hope. And so every one of the people in my community, every morning, checks to make certain that our children have a place of hope. This opportunity is one more chance for us to check that our children have that place of hope. Education is a liberating force in human development. It changes lives in ways that cannot be undone. Education, once given, cannot be taken away. It opens opportunities that are incredible, and education is one of the most enduring, intergenerationally transferred assets that we know of. A parent who attends a secondary program will have children who attend a secondary program. A parent that graduates from high school will have children who graduate from high school, and a parent who graduates from college may have a PhD on their hands if they're not careful. That's what education does. It changes the course of lives of families and of communities, and it does it in so many ways. It does it in ways that gives children rich knowledge and capacity to actually engage the world and do something to change it. It also gives them hope and joy. And so when I look at Achieve Twin Cities, I am thrilled that we are going to give children one more touch point and one more steady place in their world. Think about it. If you look back to your education and say, what do you remember about it? What was the outstanding thing of high school or college? Very few of us will say SPPS physics, Mako's A Course of Study, that wonderful book by E.O. Wilson. Almost all of us will name a person, a single knowledgeable and caring adult who could help us navigate the system and our lives. And what Achieve Twin Cities offers is that knowledgeable and caring adult who will sustain the hope in a child. I am thrilled that we are behind this because we believe if we can give children a stable place to live, a reliable and safe home, a family without stress, then when we open the doors to an education, they can walk right through and succeed in a way that will lift the entire community. At the St. Paul and Minnesota Foundation, we are invested in creating an equitable, just, and vibrant Minnesota where all communities thrive. let me say there is nothing more mission aligned than Achieve Minneapolis. And I want to thank you all for being among those caring adults, for being among the funders, the supporters, the volunteers, the employees who will one day touch a life and a child and be the memory, not the book, be the one who brought joy. So from my heart, you have brought that to me today. Dochitsu, with joy, thank you very much.
I have to say that brought me some joy this morning, so thank you so much, Dr. Jolly. One of Achieve's longtime funding partners is the Cargill Foundation, which has provided over $20 million in grants to Minneapolis Public Schools and Achieve over the past decade and for our career and college centers, STEM programs, and other student-focused district priorities. Today, I'm so delighted to welcome Katie Clark Sieben, Senior Director of the Cargill Foundation and Global Corporate Responsibility. Katie will speak about Cargill's strong commitment to career and college readiness for our young people and why the foundation continues to make such generous, long-time investments in Achieve Twin Cities. Welcome, Katie.
Well, good morning, everyone. I just want to start by saying thank you to Superintendent Gothard. I think you probably have the hardest job of anyone during this time. So just thank you for your leadership and commitment. And Dr. Jolly, do I really have to follow that? Good morning, everyone. On behalf of Cargill and the Cargill Foundation, I want to first recognize and thank Danielle, Jennifer, Jeremiah, the entire team at Achieve for their commitment and perseverance in serving Minneapolis Public School students so very well during the numerous challenges our community has faced in recent years. And now we are so excited to be able to thank you for your leadership as a universal service provider for all students throughout Minneapolis and St. Paul. Our students' futures are brighter because of your efforts. So thank you, Achieve Twin Cities. The Cargill Foundation is focused on closing the opportunity gap for our BIPOC children from low-income households here in our Twin Cities headquarters community. We've long been committed to this mission, and after the murder of George Floyd and with COVID-19 pandemic exacerbating the disparities that exist in our community, this work has become even more critical. To close this opportunity gap, the foundation invests in childhood nutrition, STEM education, and college and career readiness. And we're proud to be a long-term partner of Achieve Twin Cities. We've been there since the founding of Achieve, and the foundation has provided over $20 million. This significant investment and long-term partnership is a testament to our confidence in Achieve's college and career readiness work and the demonstrated outcomes this team drives for our students, our employers, and this community. For our young people, Achieve Twin Cities focuses on equity and access to careers and post-secondary education. And for our community, Achieve is preparing and aligning our young people with future career paths that offer meaningful living wage careers, which in turn supports the health and vitality of this community and keeps our homegrown talent here in the Twin Cities long term. I recently had an opportunity to observe the work of Achieve Twin Cities counselors firsthand at Washburn High School. Students were dropping by the center not because they had to, but because they wanted to. The counselors knew the students individually. They knew their dreams, their goals, their families, any barriers the students may need to overcome to reach their goals. They had built trust. Trust that allows students to dream big, ask the dumb questions about that FAFSA form that's confusing for all of us, and know there's a support net to catch them if they run into a roadblock. This is truly critical work to do as a community to ensure every student in Minneapolis and St. Paul has access to guidance counselors, a plan for after graduation, and a pathway to internships and future employment. So today, I invite each of you and your organizations to join us in investing in Achieve Twin Cities. So students across both Minneapolis Public Schools and St. Paul Public Schools have full access to these opportunities to achieve their future college and career goals, and so that our Minneapolis-St. Paul region will continue to thrive. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Katie. Cargill's partnership has meant so much to us over the years, and we really just appreciate our long-term connection and the fact as a funder, you come out and see the work and meet the students and really show that you really care about the commitment that you've made to our students and to our work. So thank you so much. So Achieve Twin Cities has an incredible team of 30 professional staff who work directly with students in more than 20 St. Paul and Minneapolis public high schools. They serve as expert career and college readiness leaders and peer partners within their schools and include licensed counselors, social workers, admissions experts, educators, and youth workers. Many of our staff are also graduates of the districts or schools we serve, including our next speaker. Doyen Kulee is our Career and College Readiness Coordinator at Creative Arts Secondary School, and one of our initial 3 coordinators who started in St. Paul with our pilot program in 2019. Doyen has also served as our coordinator at Humboldt High School. She has also supported students in career and college planning as an AmeriCorps high school coach at Harding High School and as a program coordinator at Genesis Works. We are so lucky to have Doyen's expertise, creativity, and passion for students on our team. Welcome, Doyen.
Wow, it's different to look at adult face and not students. It's a little taken back. Give me a second. Good morning. Thank you, Danielle. I am Doyen Kulee. I am the Career and College Center Coordinator at Creative Arts Secondary School. I am also a proud graduate of SPPS, go Harding Heights. Hey, still love you, Creative Arts, but Harding Pride. As someone who has been a student in this district my entire education career, starting from when my family first came to St. Paul from a refugee camp in Ghana, I am so excited that Achieve has finally come to St. Paul. So thank you all for all your hard work of bringing Achieve Twin Cities here. I'm going to talk a little bit more towards our students. I'm someone who got into this work because of the people I met in my journey and the adults who believe that when you give opportunity and resource to students, that their life can change. And I can only do that work with you all standing behind us. So I was excited when I heard that Achieve was coming. Little short story, I knew of Achieve years ago when I started my journey as a College and Career Center Coordinator through AmeriCorps, and I actually applied for 2 positions there and got rejected. I'm not mad about it. Not mad about it. I'm still here. And so when Kevin at the time reached out to me and said, guess what? We're actually coming to St. Paul, I was ready with my resume and cover letter, and I knew that I wanted to work with an organization that really empowers student voice and is leading this work in college and career readiness. I want to invite you all, if you haven't had the time to visit our centers, please do. I promise you, you will be inspired, you will laugh, you will cry, you will have a blast. Because I don't know what most of you in this room do, but I do know that my job inspires me every day. And every day I get to work with some of the most brilliant, intelligent, I believe in the future. And I believe that our future is not possible without young people. That when we enable young people and give them the right resources and the right opportunity, that the world we live in will be a better place. That is something that I hold dear to me. This work could not be possible without our counselors. So if you're a counselor in this room right now, you've been a counselor, I thank you. I don't know how you all have done it without our partnership, and without any partnership, to have to be a counselor and to be a college and career is not an easy job. So I thank you all, and to the teachers who have also allowed us to come into their classroom to meet with their students. I thank you. This is a community. I come from a culture that believes in community, that we are not individuals. Like, without our community, we don't exist. And I truly believe in the community of Achieve and all of you in this room and our young people. And I'm really hoping that you all can join us as we go on for another 20 years or more. I'm excited to see the work that we can do as a community. So thank you all. Thank you for partnering with us. I'm looking forward to hearing from our young people. I'm more of like, I want to hear what they have to say. I'm excited. We have some amazing young people in the room. So for those of you who are in the room with us, I'm looking at you. I know I'm looking at my student at the table. Thank you all for allowing us to actually partner with you all. One of the things that I enjoy about my job is having a student come into your center and say, like, I was told to come here. Can you help me? And I'm like, help you do what? What do you want to do? And then they look at you and they're like, I don't know. Somebody told me you can help me. And I'm like, I can't, but I need to know exactly what it is you want to do. And then to have them say things like, I want to be a journalist. And you're like, okay, do you know where to get started? And they're like, no. It's like, okay, this is great. Let's get started. Let's think through what internship opportunities are out there. And then they show up the next day and we show them, like, oh, did you know that you could work here and you can volunteer here? We know this person and that person, and the world opens up. And so if you haven't volunteered with us and you haven't seen our center, we ask you to do that. We do host career panels. We host visits at different centers. So please come through, meet our students, meet our wonderful young people. This work doesn't happen without you all, and it also doesn't happen with our young people. So thank you all.
Thank you, Doyen. I think you guys are getting part of the idea why my job is so awesome, because I get to work with people that are that awesome. So I'm going to introduce you to another really awesome person, which is on our wonderful member of our St. Paul team, Zoey Haines. Zoey is our Career and College Readiness Coordinator at Central Senior High School, and another of our 3 original St. Paul staff from our pilot program. Prior to coming to Achieve, Zoey worked as an Assistant Dean of Admissions at St. Olaf College, her alma mater. So Zoey brings a tremendous college admissions perspective to her work with students at Central, where she has guided hundreds of young people in exploring a diverse range of career and college pathways. This morning, Zoey will be moderating a panel of St. Paul High School students from several of the schools we serve, and will be sharing their personal experiences planning for life after high school. So this is the big moment everyone has been waiting for. So Zoey, take it away.
Great. Well, thank you all for being here, and thank you to our community partners and district leaders for coming and hearing the student perspective. As you've heard, it's all about the students, so I'm really excited to hear from you all. Thank you, Danielle, for the introduction. Like Danielle said, my name is Zoey Haines. I'm the Career and College Coordinator at Central High School, and I've been here since 2019. So I've been through a wild couple, 3 years in Central, and I could not be more grateful for the partnership with our counseling team and our teachers and our other career and college partners. So it truly takes a village to support our students. So we are going to start with introductions on the panel, and I know we have quite a few students here, so we are just going to roll down the line. So when we're starting with the introductions, if you could please say your name. You got it? Okay, please say your name, your pronouns, your school, and what grade you're in. Okay, you ready to start? Okay.
Okay, so my name is Alexandra Clemens. My preferred pronouns are just she, her. I'm in 12th grade and I go to Como Park Senior School.
Hi, my name is Dominica Ellis. I'm a senior. My pronouns are she, her, and I go to Creative Arts Secondary School.
My name is Julia. I go to Humboldt.
Hi, my
my name is Sandra Turio. I go to Central as a senior, and my pronouns are she, her.
Hi. Hi, my name is Song Bang. I'm a senior at Harding High School. My pronouns are he, him, his.
My name is Saria. My pronouns are she, her. I'm a 12th grader, and I go to Washington Technology. This is my, okay. My name is, my name is Kalaya. My pronouns are she and her. I go to Hamburg. I'm a 12th grader.
Thank you all. Okay, so we are, oh, let me actually get this mic back down to the other end. Okay, we'll start over here since that mic is moving down. So we're going to talk a little bit about the planning for after high school. So could you talk about just where you are in your post-secondary journey? And then just talk a little bit about what you're thinking for after high school and sort of the process of developing that plan. Do you want to start?
I do plan on attending University of Minnesota Twin Cities. And I do plan on studying psychology when I get there. The college center really helped me decide which college I want to go to and which one would fit me better.
I'm going to Century College to I'm going to Century College to get a major for dental assistant first. I'm gonna start in the summer with my electives and yeah. And the CCC has helped me a lot with it in deciding which college I want to go to and yeah, how everything works.
And I will be attending WashU in St. Louis for business, and Zoe helped me a lot with deciding that I have a passion for problem solving and management. So I had a few internships and opportunities such as JWashU, which is basically building a business, and that's where I found my passion, and then marketing opportunities, which I love. So anyway.
Yes, you're welcome.
So that's what you're thinking for after. After high school, I'm going to St. Kate. I'm sorry. I want my major. I want to do nursing. I want to be a pediatric nurse.
I'm also going to the same college as her, and my major is
I will be going to Howard University. I'll be studying journalism and minoring in business. The college visits we went on really helped me decide what I did and didn't want in school, and also the internship where I'm currently doing journalism work actually helped me decide what I wanted to do.
So I've officially registered for my first semester at MCTC College. It's a Minneapolis Community and Technical College for those who don't know. I'm going for nursing. I started in the fall. Shout out to Miss Bridget for really helping me. Thank you.
That's great. I'm so excited to hear about all of your plans. I'm so excited. So you've all kind of hinted at my next question. I was going to talk about, ask you to talk about what support you've received, but maybe let's kind of dig in a little bit deeper and just talk about what receiving that support meant to you as a student, and yeah, if you could just talk about how important it was, or how the support that you received impacted your post-secondary planning. Do you want to start? Yeah.
It really helped me. I didn't know a lot about financial aid, so it gave me advice on that and how it all works, how loans work.
but also what I wanted in college and how that would look. And then also, Mr. Readers did help me write some of the essays for some of the scholarships I did apply for. And it also.
For me, the CCC has helped me a lot. I came into my senior year knowing that I was going to college, but I didn't really know what college was. It's like this big idea of like I know that I want to go to college, but like what is college? And I found that through the CCC, Ms. Katie and Mr. Shady, both has helped me like discover what I want to do in college and how do I achieve that goal.
I've always been like future oriented since like a very young age, and so going into high school, I wanted to be as involved as I could. Being low income, I know that a selective school wouldn't be able to like pay for my college, and so Zoe like pretty much each week has this huge list of like opportunities. I don't think it's a lot personally because I will explore opportunities, but that's just what people have said. But I've always like looked on there, and like that's how I found most of my opportunities through Zoe's page, and so that's been very helpful. But also like the support she's given me has been amazing. Like I would just ask her questions, and like you said, those dumb questions, and like you never like made me feel small or anything, and just coming to you and like helping me figure out like this process and like essays has meant the world to me. So thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry, I'm nervous. I want to say thank Ms. Rose for helping me find colleges that I want to go to. I also like meet with her like every once in a week for like support, because like sometimes as students we like struggle with life and we don't know what to do. So she helped me a lot with that. I always knew that I wanted to go to college and I wanted to be in the nursing field, but I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. So.
I've also received a lot of support from Ms. Rose. She's probably like very annoyed with how many times I'm in her office in a day. And most of the time we're even talking about college. So I do get a lot of support, and I appreciate all the support. Even with all the support, I still don't know what I want to do. But I'll figure it out eventually.
With this CCC, you know, a lot of people tell you what you have to do in able to get into college or what you have to do after high school, but nobody tells you like how to do it or what, like when to do it, where to do it, and Ms. Doyen really just gave me the step-by-step and really gave me the due dates and said, you gotta turn it in, and you gotta do this, and you gotta do that, and the center has became like my second home. I'm in there all day, every day. And, yeah, it's really made all my big goals attainable.
Well, growing up, I always knew that I wanted to do something like with nursing, but this is my first year at this school, and I had no clue what the CPC Center was, nor did I know what the FAFSA was. And Ms. I had met her earlier this year from a teacher's recommendation, and I was telling her about my college plan, like where I want to go. I knew I wanted to be in the state, and I was like, I was kind of like procrastinating because I was just, I don't know, I was stressed out about it. She helped me like take it step by step, look at like different schools, different programs, and like what best like help me suit me best. And she helped me like apply. She took me step by step on what the FAFSA was, like the different scholarships, different programs, different courses to take, and it really helped me decide on what I wanted to do finally.
So we are going to end on an easy question. So what are you most excited about for next year? What's something you're really looking forward to?
This is a really weird answer, but I'm really excited to feel. I think as just like a first generation and like coming from low income, I suffer from like imposter syndrome, which basically means that I don't feel worthy of the space I'm in, even though I am deserving. So failing means to me, it used to be like that I would not succeed, and so like I was really scared of that. But knowing now that like failure is the only way you learn and get to where you want to be, I'm really excited to fail. So.
I'm really excited about just starting my college career. I've seen my campus and I like it. It's like very welcoming. It has like a lot of study spaces, and I think that's like something that would come in handy.
I've been at Washington for 7 years, so I'm ready to get a change and also enjoy school spirit. So I'm excited for that.
I'm excited for next year, going to college, of course. I wanted to say that I am in a seat in a for like nursing assistant. So hopefully I pass the test on Monday. So if I pass the test on Monday, I will be able to take a huge step for college. So then I don't have to take that class in college. Yeah. In college, I'm probably excited for like all the breakdowns and the stress that I'm gonna have, because if I like break down and like all the stress that like causes me to have stress, that then I will know that I will like succeed and like graduate college. It will make me like become smarter, I guess.
I'm mostly excited for obviously college, but mostly excited for is actually the dorms. Ever since I was like 6th grade, I've always watched moving vlogs, like me and my dorm with me. So that is one thing I'm like most excited about, like top numbers.
I'm excited to start my college career also, and I'm excited to like grow into myself even more. You just grow, and that's like right now I'm at the top, I'm 12th grade, but then I'm gonna be a freshman next year. And I gotta start over, but yeah, I'll be an adult and whatnot.
I'm definitely finally excited to start my career towards being a nurse, because I've always wanted to be one, and I'm excited to learn new things that help me better at that future career that I want to be.
Great. Thank you all so much for presenting. Next, welcome back to the seat.
Those students were absolutely amazing. Let's give them another round of applause. I was saying to the folks at my table, why do I always end up following the students? This happens to me a lot, and it's a terrible position to be in. So To our students, thank you so much to each and every one of you for being here today and sharing your stories and your future plans. So we're really excited to see where you go, and it's just really made me so excited for all of you, just hearing how excited you are to get started on this new chapter in your lives. So congratulations on your graduations and your future plans. Also, I want to say thank you to Zoey for being such a wonderful moderator. You may have a future on the talk show circuit, potentially, but you can't leave Achieve, though. You have to stay. So I hope you're as inspired as I am by what we've heard today from our young people, from Superintendent Gothard, from our longtime and new partners who believe so strongly in the power of career and college readiness to enable students to imagine and live their own rewarding lives. Our equity-focused work is grounded in that vision that all young people have full and equitable access to post-secondary education and career opportunities, resulting in a more just and vibrant community. This is just the beginning of our work in St. Paul. Today, I invite you to join us on the ground level of this new effort and build a strong base of support for our young people. Right now, over 70% of jobs in Minnesota require some training or education beyond high school. In partnership with St. Paul Public Schools, we are helping to ensure that all students graduate ready to pursue careers in which they are truly invested and excited about, and on pathways to long-term financial independence. I'm so fortunate to have a job that focuses on supporting our young people to see their energy, their hard work, their fresh ideas, and solution-focused approach on how we can actively create change in our community. You heard some of that today from our student panelists. Personally, knowing that that's our future brings me confidence and excitement about the future of our community. Achieve is building on 2 decades of success that we've had in Minneapolis, and we have demonstrated that this work has a significant impact. BIPOC and low-income youth who utilize our school services enroll in post-secondary programs 74% and 67% higher rates, respectively, than those who do not. We need a strong base of committed supporters who will invest in this work, in our young people and our community to help connect our talented young people with careers and employers that are in need of their skills. We need to nurture the young talent in our communities to keep them here and build a career in the Twin Cities. Today, I want to offer special thanks to the St. Paul and Minnesota Foundation, Securian, Anderson, and Bigelow for your early support in our work in St. Paul. Thank you also to Cargill for your incredible partnership, and also to Best Buy, a long-standing partner who came forward just last week with a significant leadership gift. We now invite the engagement, thought partnership, and philanthropic investment of new partners to better support our young people, our community's future leaders. Thank you to all of today's speakers, to our inspiring students, and for all of you for joining us today. And thanks for all of you for your dedicated support as we continue this new chapter together. Thank you so much for coming.